Hello again, friends. Hola. Ojalá tengan un buen día hoy. Ojalá hayan tenido unos buenos días. He estado mirando a ver quién está haciendo sus trabajos. Ojalá se han divertido con los diferentes videos que les he puesto y actividades. Ojalá les están yendo bien. Quiero llegar el viernes a tener un día muy bueno sabiendo que todos aprendieron mucho. Así no esté yo. Tienen que ser responsables por ustedes mismos y ponerse a hacer lo que deben hacer. Responsabilidad, ¿cierto? Ok, entonces vamos a seguir con multiplicación hoy. Y vamos a repasar unos conceptos muy interesantes. So, the first thing, muy interesante, I'm going to talk about multiplying by 1 and multiplying by 10. So pretty interesting and it's very simple. Always it's going to be the same thing. Okay, multiplying by 1. If I do 1 times 1, it's going to be 1. Why? Because I have one group. And what do I have in the group? 1. 1 times 1 is 1. What about 1 times 2? Well, one group with 2 in it, how many do I have total? 2. What about 1 times 3? Okay, I'm going to have one group with 3 inside, so I'm going to get 3. We're seeing a pattern here? Okay, basically the pattern is anything that you multiply by 1 is just going to be that same number. Now, if I do 4 times 1, if I have the 4 first, it's going to be similar. Instead of one group, I have 4 groups. Right? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. But how many do I have in each? 1. And so the answer is still 4. What about 5 times 1? Well, I have how many groups? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 1 in each. So once again, it's 5. Okay? If you multiply anything by 1, it's just going to be the other number. No matter which way you multiply it by, if you do the groups or in each, doesn't matter. 1 times whatever is going to be that same number. Okay? So now what about multiplying by 10? Multiplying by 10. I have 1 times 10. Once again, for 1 times 10, you're multiplying by 1, so it's just 10. 2 times 10, 20. 3 times 10, 30. 4 times 10, 40. If I add a 10, if I have a 10, I'm going to end up with the same number from the ones, and I just add a 0 to the end. See, 2, 2, and I add this 0 from the ones. I put it here. 10 times 5, doesn't matter which order you put it, it's going to be 50. 10 times 6, it's going to be 60. 10 times 7, it's going to be 70, and so on and so on. 100 times 10 is actually going to be 1,000. So this time, all you're doing is taking all those zeros. How many zeros do you have? 1, 2, 3, and you're putting all 3 zeros behind the 1. Okay, if I did 1,000, I'm taking it a little advanced for you guys. Let's go try it. If I do 1,000 times 10, how many zeros do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So I'm going to have a 1 and then 4 zeros. Wow. Okay, and if I do 4,000 times 10, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. But since it's 1 times 4, it's going to be a 4 in front, right? Because I have 4 times 1 over here. It's just a 4 in front. That's a little bit advanced, but I just kind of wanted to expose you to that because I think math is super cool. It's kind of like math magic. It's very fun and interesting. Now, the exception to this rule is multiplying by 0. 0 is like it cancels everything. Everything. thing multiplied by 0 is 0. All right. 1 times 0, instead of it being 1, the only time you multiply by 1 and it is not 1 is by 0. 1 times 0, 0. 2 times 0, 0. 3 times 0, 0. 4 times 0, 0. 1,000 times 0, 0. My bad, 0. 1 million times 0, 0. All right. Always, always multiplying by 0 is just 0. So that's kind of the fun thing there. Why? Because if I have 0 in each, I just have 0, right? If I have 0 in each, even if I have one group, if I have nothing in this group, well, I have nothing. Say I have 2 groups. Say instead I have 0 times 4, right? Let me erase all this to make some room for you guys. Say I have 0 times 4. So now my groups is 0. But if I have 0 groups, it doesn't matter if I have 4 in each. I don't have any groups. So it's just 0. All right, that was just a fun little engage for you guys to see something new and different. So how many chairs are there for this is going to be similar to our workbook problems. Remember, this time they didn't even give me anything to fill in. I have to remember what it is I fill in now. I have to count my groups, 1, 2. I put it 2 groups of, and I count my chairs because they're asking me how many chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 2 groups of 4. I'm going to skip count at the bottom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. So 2 groups of 4, if I write it like a multiplication sentence, 2 groups, right, of 4 in each is going to be 8 total. All right. And this is just 4 plus 4, my repeated addition. 2 4s. You see it right there. 2 4s is 8. Okay. One more. I have to find my groups here. And this one's similar because I just have 1, 2 groups again. 2 groups. How many in each? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I count my skip counting, I'll get 14 here. 2 groups of 7. So that is 2 times 7 equals 14. 2 7s. Right? If I do my repeated addition like we've been doing, 7 plus 7, I'm going to get 14. All right. So, now that you watched the lesson, ahora que viste la lección, vas a ir a Schoology. Ya ojalá abriste para ver la lección. Y vas a hacer tu tareita. Acuérdate que tienes 2 oportunidades para hacerla. La de hoy es un poco más larga, son 10 preguntas en vez de 5. Primero, se me olvidó decirles, pues, primero, antes de hacer la tarea, tienen un brain pop, como les puse ayer. Tienen este brain pop, multiplicación. This time, it's a little more advanced because I think you can do it. This time, it's going to be Tim and Moby and not Annie and Moby. Remember that when you watch the brain pop, you can change the speed by going to settings and put slower. If he's talking too fast, you put slower. He will read it to you slower, más despacio, si está leyendo muy rápido. Y él te va a enseñar unas cosas muy interesantes. So you're going to go to Wednesday practice problems and you're going to do your practice problems, 10 problems, but it's not going to be too hard, guys. Uh-oh. Access denied. Let's try that again. Refresh. I'm going to go to practice problems and it's going to look like this. Remember to please use your whiteboard or your blocks or pencil or paper or web pen. Do not be doing this in your head. It is going to be harder for you. Look how I use my web paint to write on my screen. And I have the exact same thing I'm doing for you on the presentation. Okay, so you can do that on your screen. If you need to download web paint, maybe ask a friend to help you download it. It doesn't work, so sorry. Do it on your desk with your blocks, do it on paper with drawing it, however is best for you. After that, remember that you can still get extra points on your test if you finish it by when I come back on Friday. Si terminas el para tener puntos en tu examen, para el viernes te doy más puntos en tu examen de matemáticas que tuviste de dinero. Acá está para completar ese. O por favor hacen sus minutos de iReady. Acuérdate que los que se están portando bien les van a poder jugar juegos. Ahora, para ciencias, hoy también tienen otro video en EduSmart. Okay, les puse las instrucciones. El video de EduSmart, ¿ok? No, son jueves, miércoles. Video de EduSmart. Después de EduSmart, van a ir a STEMscopes. Y hoy la actividad de STEMscopes, si no acabaron la actividad de ayer, que era la interactiva, que era así, que habían varias cosas interactivas que no sé por qué no. Here's full screen. I'm silly. Aquí está mucho mejor. Esta era la de ayer, que si no la terminaron, la hacen. Es como un librito, le leen todo.
We can record weather data or information.
Ok, y vas a jugar los jueguitos que tiene acá para ti. Okay, windy. Which one is windy? You're going to put it on the windy one. Right? Okay, perfect. You didn't finish that one, you finished that one. Si no lo terminaste, hacen ese. Si sí lo terminaste, tienes uno nuevo. Se llama Reading Science. Te lo voy a mostrar. Vas a leer un cuento. Y está el cuento. Y tienes 5 preguntas. Perdón, sí, creo que son 5. Para responder como en lectura sobre ese cuento. Okay, mañana no van a tener actividad de STEMscope. Su actividad es terminar todas las actividades que han tenido de STEMscope para estar al día y al tiempo con eso. Acuérdate, si por acaso terminas todo lo de ciencias todos los días, puedes ir a ver esos videos tan bonitos que tengo, que son de Brain Pops del clima. Tienes muchos para ver. Y Pebble Goes, muchos para ver. Tienen de tornados, tienen de huracanes, de volcanos, de todo. Bueno, niños, nos vemos el viernes. Que estén bien. Ojalá les vaya bien hoy. All right, bye.